107-98. My goodness, Wally Szczerbiak from our Delta MSG studios. Great to have you with us, Bill Pito, along with Wally. It's gotten to the point now where it seems like the second half of these games are scrimmages. For the second straight game, a Knicks starter didn't play a single second in the fourth quarter.
Wow, that was fun. It really was. The Garden was electric from the start. The focus of this team, this veteran team that has been through playoff battles in the last couple years, we have seen since they went down 2-1 against the Atlanta Hawks. They can get to a different level of basketball that we didn't see the whole entire regular season. You got to remember this, though. This is a 7-game series. This is one win against a Philly team that's going to really try to steal game 2. So you banked a good win. You did what you were supposed to do if you're New York Knicks and defended home court. But you got to be ready for Philadelphia to kind of throw the kitchen sink at you to try to steal game 2. Philadelphia was coming off an emotional win 2 days ago in a game 7 in Boston. They came into a raucous building when the Knicks were prepared and ready to go. The Knicks have also showed that they can get to a different level. And they need to continue to play at this level because this is championship level.
All right, Wally, let's go across the street and say hello to Alan Hahn. Alan, take it away.
Thanks, Bill. All right, Mikal, that's now 3 straight blowouts. What is ahead of which side of the ball, offense or defense?
I think it starts with our defense. Getting stops and getting out in transition. It always starts with our defense first.
For you, the last couple of games really have felt like you have really found your rhythm again. What has changed for you over the last couple of games?
Just playing hard, just trying to make the right play every time. That's really it.
All right, well, what's it going to take now to continue this, what you guys have built since that game 4 in the previous series, to continue this in this series?
Just no let up. Just, learn from a win. They're going to be hungry. We're hungry too. Just got to keep doing the right things. I know we won by a lot tonight, but that's one game. We got another game at 0-0, and we just got to stay locked in.
All right, thanks very much for your time. Congratulations on the win. Back to you, Bill.
All right, Alan, thanks. So Bridges, 7 out of 10 the other night. Game 6 against Atlanta went 10 out of 12 from the floor, so he has really picked it up here in the last couple of games.
And how about the defense? That's what was so impressive. Josh Hart and Mikal Bridges in that first half. The job that they did on Edgecombe and Maxey, I think, is very important to this series. It really is. And the Knicks are built for the playoffs. They're built to stop elite scorers on the wings. And Mikal Bridges has the ability to do that. The shooting and the scoring and the freedom that the offense is playing with is obviously really benefiting him, because he's going to benefit from the ball movement and a lot of guys touching it and not a lot of iso ball being played, and he's relishing that opportunity, knocking down big shots. I mean, this Knicks team is loaded.
Look at those numbers, Wally. Look at that.
Fabulous.
How about all the assists? Look at all the assists.
Yeah.
Incredible. Brunson, the 27 points, the second most in the play-by-play era that Nick has scored in a playoff half. He's the first with 28. Now he's got 27. Look at those numbers. And, we talked in the pregame. One of the concerns was what would happen if the Knicks got in foul trouble. Well, they did. Cat had 3 first-half fouls. Same with Mitchell Robinson. Didn't matter.
Huck Porty came in and great minutes for the last great minutes for the last 2.5 minutes of the half. And the Knicks extended the lead. That's how prepared this team is. That's what the coaching staff has been doing all season long, preparing everyone on the roster to give meaningful minutes when it really matters in the playoffs. I think the way that this staff has developed every guy on this team to be confident that I can trust you to go into the game and play quality minutes in the second round of the NBA playoffs. I mean, that is impressive stuff. So overall, this team looks really good right now. This Philly team, they have a lot of pride. They have some veterans in that locker room that are going to come back strong in game 2. Like Mikal said, it's one game, it's one win. Next game starts at 0, and the Knicks got to be ready for Philly to throw a big-time punch, and the Knicks will be ready.
Knicks led after the first quarter by 8, and then they poured it on in the second quarter, outscoring the Sixers in that second quarter. 41-26. Tonight's thrilling moment brought to you by FanDuel Casino. Get your thrill on. Cat, Jalen Brunson, everybody in that first half just firing on all cylinders rolling.
Yeah, Karl Anthony Towns attacking Joel Embiid. That was one of my keys to the series. You got to make Embiid defend. That's going to be a big thing. OG Anunoby continuing to play at the high level like he played in the first round against the Atlanta Hawks, showing the whole entire arsenal offensively, cutting off the ball, knocking down threes, the pull-up game, and then You don't want to double Jalen Brunson? Watch out, because he can torch you immediately. And then Josh Hart, triple-double watch for most of the first half. He was all over the place with his defense, loose balls, starting fast breaks. I mean, this Knicks team is in some rhythm. And I think this Knicks team, personally, I think they unlocked something in that Atlantic series in that Game 6.
Unlocked more ball movement.
No, how good they can be. They didn't realize how good they could be as a team.
39-point win tonight against the 76ers. Largest Game 1 margin of victory in franchise playoff history. First time in franchise playoff history, the Knicks shoot 60% overall and 50% from downtown. It was 63% and then 51% from three. It's the offensive efficiency, Wally. It's just the incredible ease that they're having putting points on the board.
Yeah, and it's the process of, the team played one way last year. The team had success making the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Now you bring in a new coaching staff and a new regime, and it takes a little bit of time to kind of trust what the coaches are trying to implement. And now you're seeing how the level that this team can get to with the way they've played these last couple games, it's a different level. That's what a championship team is capable of doing. If you want to beat the best in this league and you want to beat the defending champs, Oklahoma City, you have to play like this. Offensively, you have to have everyone being a threat. Not just Jalen Brunson, not just Karl Anthony Towns. It has to be the whole entire roster coming into the game and playing at a high impact level. And that's right now what everyone is doing when they're getting minutes for the Knicks.
34 assists for the Knicks as they put up 137 points. The watch party outside on 33rd and 7th is where we find Alex Monaco. Won by in franchise history. Previous record was 34. And every night here recently, you come in here, you got to have the pen, you got to have the paper, you got to have all the guys in research on all of these things, because the amount of records that are being set here on a nightly basis is really something.
It's awesome, and this team is completely playing at such a high level on both ends of the floor. Mikal Bridges said it, their defense is their pulse. And when they play and get after it defensively, they know they can score. And when they get stops, that just leads to easy opportunities in transition, easy opportunities on the other end of the floor. And right now, this team is really playing well on both ends. And, it's going to be tough for teams to slow the Knicks down right now. You got to figure out something to get the Knicks uncomfortable, because right now the Knicks are playing at such a comfort level on the offensive end of the floor that we'll see what Philly comes up with in Game 2 to try to slow this juggernaut down.
All right, let's take a look at tonight's New York State Lottery power player. Jalen Brunson, 35 points. I mentioned 27 in the first half. Wally, he shot 12 of 18 from the floor.
He was 10 for 14 in the first half with those 27 points. I mean, this is what happens when he gets good shots and he uses an offense and schemes to get him open looks. I mean, he can score whenever he wants against a set defense, yes. He can go iso ball. He's one of the best scorers in clutch time, yes, when defenses are loaded up on him. But when he gets an opportunity to get good, high-quality looks, look at these shots. These are rhythm shots that the offense is generating for Jalen Brunson. And this is a tribute to all the guys, running good, clean offense, cutting hard, making plays, making each other better. The floor is spaced perfectly. That's a big thing Mike Brown always preaches. Floor spacing is very important, and Jalen is benefiting, along with all the Knicks, perfectly.
All right, so the last 4 games of the series 2 years ago, Wally, and tonight, look at what he's done. His last 5 playoff games against the Sixers, 35, 41, 40, 47, 39. They don't really, Atlanta, for all their problems, did have some guys that could give Brunson some trouble, like Dyson Daniels. They had some length. Does Philly have anybody that can really match up with him?
Oubre normally does a pretty good job on him. Oubre's got that same type of length.
Actually, Edgecombe during the regular season did a decent job, too.
Edgecombe's doesn't have the height, but he has the quickness. But you need to double Jalen Brunson.
And they didn't do that, right?
They didn't do it very much. And coming off those screens, when he has a little bit of an advantage, the defender's a little bit behind him, you're in deep trouble. You better bring help, or else he's going to turn the corner, get into the paint. We know he's an elite finisher when he gets his feet set in the paint, or he can kick it out to his teammates. Overall, Philly's going to have to make some serious adjustments to try to slow this Knicks team down. I think the one adjustment they're going to do is whenever Jalen catches the ball, we need to have 2 guys going after him. We cannot let him get off the way he got off in this game, because then the floodgates open and we're in deep trouble.
How about Cat? Played only 20 minutes.
Yeah.
17 points, 6 more assists. Career average assists per game we talked about in the pregame, only 3. He's at 6 for these playoffs. Last handful of games, 6 more tonight. He also